Hey Philip, another demo for you, which you wanted for the Dust 2, where you said that you felt like you played pretty well on C side. And then on T side you started to struggle, and that's why the game got uncomfortably close. Let's see. But we start properly with the CT side first, even though you were happy with your own performance here. Alright, not holding the angle, jiggling is fairly fine. Okay, now we're getting caught off guard in the middle of everything. We are, like, this position is completely fine on pistol, okay? You getting to goose doesn't really give you that much because it's already that you are supposed to bait for your teammate on site. That's why you're risking here for, let's say, from here until you get to cover, there's 2-3 seconds where T's can just swing, and if they do, you're in a really, really bad position. And in fact, I think the most OP position you can take on these pistol rounds is, in fact, just ramp and play headshot duels here, and then later on here. Potentially, you can also have, like, this angle where... Like, even this is fine, okay? Because you're literally one step away to your left, and you would be already in cover behind the top of this box. So here you somehow survive. Alright, at least you get a fadeaway kill there. Overall, not happy with the decision and your pathing. But it looks like it doesn't matter in the end. You are the one getting the kill, even though you probably should have died on the reposition. Right. Everything's pretty standard here. Molly is good. Very good HE. Alright, can disengage as well. Immediately know when to go back. Alright, so this is, again, pretty unfortunate pathing, I would say. I think if you get spotted by this player right here, you in theory do not know if someone is already crossed on the left side, okay, where this guy already is, and I would be completely okay if you're taking this path which you took, if this guy was the first contact that you have. But since you just jumped into the angle, you don't know if someone is already close. For example, it could even be here. And that is the position where you have to immediately fall down to CT, because this guy can run you over if you decide to just go like this or like this to side. But if you fall down, that's when he cannot chase you anymore, because they would have to literally go like this and go all the way in the open on the ledge here, where they're super vulnerable to everything. Plus it's a headshot angle for you. So again, slight positioning mistake, where your pathing makes complete sense if this is the first contact. But since you did not have information prior to anyone, like let's say here or here, then you have to act accordingly and get to the safe spot earlier than usual. Alright, you're playing spawns, it feels like. Double molly B. Is your teammate doing some kind of a lineup here? Right, you have all of the util, so I'm kinda wondering how we will be using this. Mid break. Holy moly, okay, that was amazing lineup. You did not even see the second guy. Just melted. And if someone is following your demos, because I upload them for coffee members, they might notice that you're advancing in levels. So last demo we did, you were, I believe, level 8 in quite high elo lobby. Now you're already level 10, so we are seeing those improvements steadily. Congrats on doing that and hitting that ILO mark. Here leaving B is alright if your teammate is playing this aggressive towards middle. You playing on B would probably result in you might be getting overwhelmed basically, and here at least you can shoot them when they're entering B, if they're executing. Right now your teammate actually joins you up, so this is fine. Interesting push. Not sure if I like it this way. Okay, big that you find C4 there. Immediately chuck the nade. This is completely fine as well. Alright. Your teammate did a mistake. Okay. It was a pretty random kill. Again, you were shooting a different guy. But overall, you control your shooting really, really well. I feel like you're improving in this regard very noticeably when I compare your past demos to the ones that we're seeing right now. Feels like you're getting very comfortable with the shooting. Sorry, I misclicked. Okay, so best B spawn. You have to always make sure that you're as hard to hit as possible. So you want to run in a straight line, okay? Or like parallel to the door. Never like this or like this, but always like this or like this, okay? Parallel to the door. So you cross the gap as fast as possible. Here you did not actually do that, I believe. You see, like you're doing like jump backwards and to the side, which faster OPer will be able to punish you quite easily. People who are hitting like 150 MS on human benchmark are probably going to hit you. Alright. Pushing here. I'm not sure about the info that Lotekor, your teammate, gave you. You never know if there could be someone behind the smoke. It's hard for me to judge. I guess you just wanted to risk. You didn't need to risk. You could just go back. Alright, good rotation. Through the jump on the box immediately. Now let's see what you're gonna do here. Alright. Now disengage and nade sight. Okay, that's your winning condition. That HE that you have is such a powerful tool. Even if it's unconfirmed, they are low HP. Actually, so it's a 1v3, so I would definitely go back and chuck the nade into the site when I hear the bomb plant, okay? To cause extra panic. I know they will have to retrieve the bomb, and if I don't make a kill, I just save. 1v3, it's not worth going for. That HE was your kind of way back into the round, a ticket to the round, so to speak. She didn't use that effectively. Alright. Remember, you're starting the round, no one is really going there. That's unfortunate. But you're playing on spawns, so... Okay, one guy crossed. You definitely need to go forward here and try to help your teammate. You know that only one guy crossed, but you need to be responsible for the other guys. Alright. Getting a kill there is huge. Alright, you get a nade damage. Last guy is confirmed. You don't really need to peek him. You have the C4 in lower. This is absolutely perfect. Playing on the contact of your teammate as well. You're not necessarily playing on the contact, by the way, because if this guy has a contact, you can't really do anything about it, right? Because you would have to mount down from this box to peek him, and you would make step, and therefore he will be aware of you. So he's kind of like baiting for you. It's not even like a playing off of each other's contact, which is fine in this 1v3, but now you have to move, knife in the hand, run into B side. He can just pick up the bomb and go B. As soon as you knew the position of this last player up here and he needs to retrieve the C4, that's when you like retake B by yourself and get closer to the side, which is most likely going to be the final hit for the terrorist. I mean, with 20 seconds left, it's unlikely he's going to go through middle to short, and if he does, that's where your teammate is covering everything. You need to get into B side way faster. in the end, it works out. You were there in time, but you need to move faster. Okay, that was again very slow decision making on your part, because even if you hurried up a little bit earlier and you went here and you eventually died to that terrorist somehow, that's fine, because then he doesn't have time to pick up the bomb and go back to B. So in the end, that would be a kind of like worth death, because it's securing the round. Another thing is here you're running with a molly in hand. That is always slower as just running with a knife. Not needed, okay, to do this. That's obviously... Okay, you were probably... Some miscoms happened there with a teammate. Because I can't really understand why you were shooting him. Defensive smoke for long, that's pretty fine. It's with a gap on the left though. And you're getting... What? Wait. You didn't take short here? I feel like you really need to take short here. Especially when you hear these AKs spamming from all the way afar. There is really no business for you to even challenge or help this guy on the car. I mean, he got absolutely fucked by mollies and utility. So at this point, if you don't have long control, that's when something needs to happen for you as a CT. If you're playing A side without short control and long control, that is a very, very tough round to win. Okay, that you're going to get crunched on and squeezed and pressured from multiple sides. So if you're in a position where you have to give up long, and in this position, I don't think this guy's worth really saving. You used your smoke, you did your best you could, but you can't like trade through the smoke or anything like that. So when you jumped up these Tetris boxes, I would love you if you just take short a little bit more advanced, okay? So even take like this position, go all the way to clear like even this area and maintain that. Basically, that will funnel them to go, if they want to go A, that's when they will only go through long. That's it. And that's when you can get like potential damage spamming through the smokes, maybe have some nades for side. Like, it's still way better to know where to focus on, where they're coming from 100%, rather than always be like, oh shit, they might be coming short, they might be coming long as well, and we're getting split, okay? We need that information. That's why when you lose long, it's when you see a lot of good players, they immediately take short control. Alright, let's pick it up. Here, I would definitely want you to go back to spawn and sell that MP9. You did not shoot the bullet. Now, that MP9 is just going to be there lying on the ground, while you definitely had time to go like a couple extra steps all the way here, sell, pick up that op, and play however you want. I would definitely sell that. Because that's considerable amount of money just being completely wasted right now. Here you don't need to be scoped and by the way, take this angle and then this angle. Here you can always quick switch and rescope, because the sound of the scope will not be heard anyway. Like, I mean, this is the area it will be heard, but no terrorists can be here, right? They can be closest here, like they're not gonna hear it. And it's way better than just being scoped in and swipe all the way to the right, then swipe all the way to the back. Like, it's not going to be as smooth, and you're not as fast as you would be if you were just quick switching and actually re-scoping, okay, after you quick switch. I don't know what's happening here, but this is some crazy lags. I'm not sure if this is only for you or for the whole server. Oh yeah, it's for the whole server, it seems like. DDoS. Right, not much we can do about that, so... I like how you just keep playing, by the way. Everyone is in the same condition, everyone can bitch about it and cry, but you're the one actually playing and trying to get some kills and still playing the game. Still getting frustrated. Okay, here you need to reload that op before... No, you don't have op reloaded. Okay, you need to reload an op here before you make this rotation, okay? And maybe we were a little bit distracted with all the disconnects, but that was a very, very poor decision to just run around with empty op into the site where terrorists might be actually coming. Right, the insta B smoke and HE. One is rushing though. Yeah, that's just unfortunate with the USP. Let's go next. Good try with an eco. Alright, let's see if you hit the smoke. Yes, you do. What about the flashes? Here you don't really need to throw the flash, which is good. You were just holding it just in case. Alright, immediately going here. Your teammate... Alright, now you have to make a big decision. And... well, in reality, your teammate made the decision for you. Since he tugged all the way in car already, the only way how you can salvage this round if they actually commit long, if you have zero utility, both you and Lotakor, is that you bait for him. You need to create enough of a distraction where Lotakor goes unchecked and kind of pray that you are also hidden from short, right? So what needs to happen here, in my opinion here, is that Lotakor, from this corner, he holds short like this, just an aim duel, and you move forward and you try to bait for him from side, so you're hidden from short. It's a miss. Oh, it's so close to the miss molly. If it would be miss molly, that's even better what I just said. But in the end, your teammate is forced to fight. You peek with him, calm shooting as well. I'm pretty happy with that. But now you don't need to anymore take that duel with the guy on long. I mean, your teammate is kind of taking that, so we can't blame him. We focus on you. This was a very cool round from you. All in all, like you were... I feel like the decision could be better, but what you did worked just as fine as well. And I'm just trying to hypothetically put you in a situation where they don't have a molly or they fail the molly for car and you need to create a bait. That's when you need to move forward, because from goose you can't create this bait, because if they're going this wall you won't see them from goose. You need to go actually forward and play from here, but use these boxes as a cover for short. That's where Lotakor is actually aiming on short. Okay, that's very dangerous here. You should have died here. Remember that if you do not have the best spawn, this HE is always a danger, okay? Only the best spawn can get away with nading this and running all the way to pit. Second spawn will get caught. And you're a second spawn, and this guy should have killed you. So here, what I would rather see is that you do not nade into the longhouse, but you can wait for the smoke to pop, and that's when you're gonna nade a little bit deeper. Also, what you can do is just throw an HE kind of like off this wall here, and this ensures that everyone who is rushing is gonna get naded pretty decently. Already running back to short, and people are already short. This is a timing which you need to... Okay, maybe your Oper did not give you information, or like this mid player did not give you information. So it's hard for me to judge. Alright, going behind the teammate as well. It's fairly fine. Right, that smoke completely useless, but your teammates are salvaging the round. I mean, no, they have really bad money, so I would be 100% scared about like long pop or B pop. If long pop did not happen in the beginning of the round because no one really flashed long, I'm super scared of B pop. So this is correct utility, anti-rush molly, the smoke, playing on the edge of the site kind of. So if they're actually coming in and you're getting blind and you're getting like 1 or 2 kills, that's when you will fall away and you play retake. So no, not committed position, that's also pretty good. I just wanna seeing what is happening on middle. Alright. In the end, everything is pretty clean. I mean, when you were getting these duels on city side, that was when you were a lot of times in a good like position and in a favorable duel. Like you've had above 50%, I would say, chance of killing the enemy, and you were actually hitting pretty crisp shots for the most part. Okay, let's focus on the T side, because that is what you wanted me to focus on the most. You feel like you played very poorly, and that's why the match got uncomfortably close. Let's see how poorly you're going to play and what we can learn from that. All right. Okay, that smoke is very questionable, but we have to cross. Where are we looking with a Glock though? Look at you just jumping over, and I probably think that you're like looking here with your eyes, but not with your crosshair at all. Like, look where your crosshair is, and it will stay there. You're not moving your mouse here at all. What is happening there? Did your mouse disconnect or? Because that looks really weird from a mechanical standpoint as well. Maybe you were just lazy and you thought that, okay, I will just cross and get the bomb plant, and you zoned out that you actually need to shoot if the smoke is that bad and there's gonna be gap. Hard to say, hard to say. Alright, just an eco round, P250 here. Alright, if you see your teammates trying to go out mid, I think you should probably help them. But yeah, at the same time, your teammate is on short, so I understand why you're grouping up with him rather than the rest of the guys. Okay, good space taking. I have to say that the strafe was pretty good and could have gotten you a nice dink or two. In the end, your teammate is the one getting the kill, so I guess it was beneficial to strafe like that. Okay, let's get into the gun rounds. I'm interested because if utility is the most important stuff on Dust 2, okay? Knowing smokes and how to take zones with proper smokes and mollies and flashes is the shit on Dust 2. That's the cheat code to gain so much elo on this map. And when I see the buy right now and I see that you guys have 3 smokes, 1 flash, 1 molly and 1 HE, I wanna cry. Okay, at least you're throwing the nade and you're throwing this molly. But again, okay, you were given an extra smoke and molly, so that's good. But again, you have to ask yourself that, actually you got smoke and flash, that you need to save some utility to actually finish the round. If you're gonna do a B-split smoke, if you're gonna go B-split, doing that without a smoke, you can see how difficult it will be, right? It will be borderline impossible. Same as, for example, going short without an entry flash. That's going to be very, very difficult. So if you do only have last flash on your team, is it really worth chugging it like here to take short? Or chugging it like this to take short? Probably that's going to be your entry flash to end the round. And that's where you need to save it. So again, utility usage, very poor. Again, here, not reacting to the mid-break at all. You see the mid-break, you look where your crosshair is. Like, you're looking at the wall, you're not looking anywhere. You're looking at the wall. Like, everything from... Okay, I will show you. From this moment, you are not going to move your mouse until you die. Look, okay? Look where you just aim. At the wall, at the wall, at the wall, at the wall. Dead. Like, you're zoned out. It feels like you zone out, and that mid HE break is like, meh, whatever. Someone will have to deal with it. Not me, but it's you who is dying. So I would say that your utility usage is poor for the context of the round. You need to have some utility to finish the round on Dust 2. And if you're the only guy with utility left, you need to maintain it and keep it. That's just a bottom line. Another thing is that it happened now twice in a row, on pistol round and here as well, on this round, that you just, it feels like zoned out and you just did not care for any danger. Either you were unaware of the danger. Holy moly, this guy actually hit nice shots. Either you were not aware of the danger or something is happening that you're zoned out. And I hope it's just being zoned out, because if you're not aware, that's a knowledge issue again. Where that one is a little bit harder to kind of like teach or show. Okay, let's go to actually specking you. Since, wait, 1 second. 7, 6. Okay, 6. So, how we started. Different combo, okay? Always do it differently. Always do the first smoke and then the molly, and then escape the suicide when the smoke hits. Very important. Because now, thanks to this utility, this guy knows all the time where you are, okay? He sees the molly. And now he's just holding you. Very easy kill. Now, it's now that you should be going. That the smoke exploded, now you should be jumping away from that position. Yes, you're stuck there for 5 seconds, but that's better than being now stuck in spectate for minute and 44 seconds, right? Because you died. So the combo that you did is a reverse. It's supposed to be smoke first and then the molly. And by the time you line up the molly, you throw the molly and the molly starts spreading. That's when you wait like 1 or 2 more extra seconds. When smoke hits, explodes, that's when you get away. Another eco round, kind of, on the deagle. So I can see that why you are playing pretty poorly is that either you were thinking that, oh my god, this is going to be so easy game, and you stopped focusing, or I'm not sure why else you're doing poor decisions. This was not a poor decision. This was just a gamble in a 1v5, so I don't really want to comment on that. I think that was perfectly fine. All right, again, same shit. So that molly is going to be not the best because of this pocket, but it's better than nothing. Now this is better, okay? You can just leave safely, even without these jump checks. Now you don't need to, when you have already teammate here, you don't need to go this way, but you can also, like, at this point, go this way. Because now, ultimately, like, your smoke is going to be fading in door, and you personally did not take any space by going like this and then going short, because this smoke is already fading. But if you cut this and you do this shortcut through suicide, that's when you actually have time to take short before the smoke fades. You can just play around the smoke. You can maybe go through it later on. Like, right now the smoke is gone and you're again vulnerable to mid-op, right? If you see your teammate going out like that, I would definitely join him. Okay, smoke is good. Probably going for a beast. No, not this flash. Why these flashes? Why are we throwing this? Our teammates are already out. If you want to throw like a B slope, that's when you just go a little bit back and just throw like a simple flash here and tell your teammates to dodge it. If you really want to improvise like that, it has to be a little bit better. Alright, get the bomb down. B is clear. And after all, everything is pretty smooth. Okay, so it feels like you're doing same stuff to start the round all the time, but at least you learn from the mistake of being picked by that op. So now you're getting the shortcut as well. This is fine. Your teammates are out on B, by the way. You have to join up and link up with them somehow. One guy is in lower. We don't need to chase him like super audibly here, because we have control of B side and your teammate is actually covering upper. You don't need to chase him down, because this is a very easy kill for him. Yep. He just hears everything and he's just waiting for you to Like, you panicked for no reason. You were like, oh my god, I need to kill this guy because he's flanking the rest of my teammates and everyone is going to get fucked by this lurk that I'm supposed to kill. No. This doesn't work like that, because look at your radar. Like, no one is in immediate danger. In fact, it's still you who is in the biggest danger. Like, you are still the guy that is going to suffer from this guy being here the most, because you cannot join with your teammates, but they can really get flanked because this guy will have all the information. So that's why you hurry up for no reason. And he kills both of you. And that was not a great decision. I mean, it was a good decision to link up with your teammates, but you don't need to do it this fast if you were already known as a lurker. This guy's having 4K round. Let him have it. You get the round anyway. Door smoke. Nice. Look how much util you're pulling thanks to that, by the way. Molly, double HE, flash. 2 players are playing inside B. That's a beautiful, beautiful pressure smoke from you. I think you just threw it for the sake of it, but you see how uncomfortable they are? They now used the smoke already. It's 125. They have no nades on B. They have 1 flash. That's it. That was very beautiful, unintentional pressure. And you're also calling for a B hit after the smoke is gone. Maybe it's not you, but... Okay, I don't like the decision again, because looking at your utility, you have a smoke, molly, and flash. And the only guy with smoke and molly, which is a finisher utility, he leans away from you guys and he does a B split smoke. I don't like it. Like, going B as a pack here probably would be better. Doing like a lurk smoke, maybe backplat molly, or maybe you can do door smoke and backplat molly, or backside molly, doesn't matter. But ultimately you're still going to go into a side where it's not the best. Okay, this guy's luckily completely clueless, so everything's good in the end. But I feel like you're winning this round because of poor play of CTs instead of your like kind of genius approach to this clutch. This guy is also known, he's shot. Yeah, I like how you're playing it very safe. You have to check it. You heard this, you heard this, you heard this. You heard this, you have to check this. You sold your teammate really poorly there, okay? This is this step is a big mistake, and also I would probably say that having like this angle is better to actually maintain information. Okay? Here, it's kind of like risky, because if you're not checking for like 5 seconds, in those 5 seconds, CT can actually go out like this and kill your teammate. So you have to check at least sometimes, okay? At some random intervals, or things can get really ugly, just like they did right now. That's similar, like on CT side, you would be playing like a backplat here, crouching, and you'd never peek. You never know if they're out, if they're close, if they're already here, car, like if they're attacking. Like, you have to check at some timings, right? Alright, another smoke deuce on B, but it's 2v3 situation in the end, before you even get a chance to get into the round, really. Alright. That's a good kill. Spotted another guy as well. Which is probably giving you information that that's not an A player. Like, that is still... There should be one more guy towards A. Especially if you make this kill in lower tunnel. Like, okay, let's piece this puzzle together. So, you kill this guy. He pushed all the way B. Okay? So, that's the piece of information which you have. In about 2 seconds later, you do have info on this CT here. Okay, so there was that guy here. There is a guy here. You eliminated this guy. Do you really think that there is like third guy somewhere on this side of the map? Probably not, right? We're still like maintaining some A control. And this guy couldn't maintain any control. That means that if you spot him, that means B is clear. That means if you go ahead and take this duel with him and you kill him, last guy is somewhere on this side of the map. Or you can even like walk out back to B or just disengage for a little bit, make him go towards B. That's when you attack A and the rotation is going to be further away. So I think with this amount of information, you were actually able to tell and read the setup of the enemies. Here your teammate actually comes back. Oh, you actually decide to go short. Which I think is a poor decision, because if you were going B, that's when you know that the closest guy is here. But if you're going A, you don't know where the A guy is, and the closest guy is here towards A, which is, he can go through city, he can flank you from short, he can even flank you through long. And if you're not going to find this kill fast, you're always going to be worried about your back. And you're not going to find this kill fast because you have no clue where he is. He could be car, he could be CT, he could be somewhere side goose, he could be like long corner, could be anywhere. Like in theory, like on paper, you are not doing a good decision here in this 2v2. You can see, like, even if you did insta-kill on this Marbury on the slope, this guy from B still flanked your teammate. And he was this close to kill you actually as well. Now we're stuck in the 1v1, so... Nice try. Okay, let's talk about this a little bit. Let's talk about this fight. I feel like you're not even aiming at a headshot level when you're taking this fight. Look where your crosshair is. You're gonna uncrouch. And at this point, like, you're always going to aim at like body shots or like hips. See, like you're not even really ready for the fight. You made a strafe, but your crosshair is... Let's try to slow this down. You made a strafe, but your crosshair is always like kind of lazily still in a position where you originally like stood up, and you're not moving your mouse accordingly. Like if you're strafing to the right, your mouse needs to aim to the left as well to overcompensate, right? Because you're peeking. You're the one peeking. And I think that was a little bit poor mechanics there. Maybe that's... Like, it was a 1v1 clutch, so stress will always play some kind of a role in these kind of things for players, even in Face It. Especially if it's a close game and stuff like that. But yeah, in the end, you're again on an eco round, so I will probably just skip a little bit through this. Alright, guys on long. Okay, good kill. Let's get a bomb plant, but we have to clear goose. Yes, your teammate did. Bomb plan is fine. Getting an extra kill here would be fascinating. Unlucky. Alright, let's see how this goes. Long spawn for you and your teammate. Beautiful. Let's send it out. Gun in hand. Perfect. Very good. Your teammate is scaling up. You need to scale up as well. That smoke, that molly, completely useless, okay? You want to have that for car or something like that. If you're out like this, they are most likely not going to fight. They just gave up, especially with the op shot, okay? He's not going to stick around on the corner. So again, a little bit of a panic with the utility. Crossing over. Okay, this is good padding as well. This is fairly good. You have to be, though, careful here on the boxes, okay? Sometimes CTs will be on these boxes. And you have to pre-aim that as well, okay? They're going to be like here. And they're going to be holding like a swing up a ramp. That's when you go with your pathing, which you just showed, and you kill this guy for free. If you're ready for him. You have to be ready for him, though. If you're not ready, then it's a kind of 50-50 duel. Okay, you force a save here. And another long spawn. I wonder if you're gonna use it. Not really. Okay. So we do the smoke, a molly combo, wait a little bit, Again, everything's fine. No one is pushing middle. Pretty safe and sound way how to play Dust 2 here. I would definitely go back and buy an extra flash. Last round, you did not buy a Kevlar, sorry, Tech 9 or a Deagle as well. You had 2.5k. Just small things, but we're finding way how to make your life easier on the server. All right, seems like you becoming a lurk for this round towards long. I think that's the first time that we're actually witnessing you do that. This was a crazy. Okay, this is absolutely crazy way how to win a duel on last round of the game. First of all, this guy sees you here and he doesn't react to you at all. Like he sees, like this guy is completely blind. What the hell? He did not see your gun barrel at all. Look how easy it is to spot you. You're there. Your AK is sticking out as well. This guy's like, his aim is way off. Like he even pre-aimed non-existing angle. And now he's going to see you again here. He sees you. Despite all of that, you walk into his crosshair. And you win the fight again. I don't like this. I'm gonna be honest with you. You should have lost that fight. And you only won this because of enemies like screw up instead of you outplaying him. So yes, it's a kill and you took it. But again, this feels like a lack of kind of like purpose when you're peaking. When you're kind of, it feels like you're not ready on this T side that much. I'm not sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but it does feel like your like focus is drifting away compared to that CT side, which was, by the way, way better. Right, you're probably kind of discussing what to do. Your teammate got a B kill. Now everything is collapsing for the CTs. And that's a GG. You don't even need to cross here. Alright, be careful. This can still get ugly. The guy's already on side, brother. Well, this was really ugly clutch, by the way. Like, you gave him so many chances to actually win the game. But in the end, it kind of worked out. But I do feel like your understanding of Dust 2 when it comes to utility is fairly good. You are the one offering all these basic default nades that are necessity for Dust 2. Like, it's unplayable to do default without grenades, which you are throwing every single round. So props to you for actually making this Dust 2 playable for all of your teammates. And when it comes to actual like decision making, there were a lot of situations where you kind of could have figured out the position or a setup of the enemies, but you didn't. So I hope through the examples which I showed you, it's going to be a little bit easier to make your decision making more like streamlined, so that you can focus more on your mechanics and aim and actually what is happening on your screen. Because that, I felt like, was the biggest weakness compared to that CT side, where you kind of hit, I don't want to say hit the flow state, but you were definitely feeling the game. On T side, you did not feel the game at all. So I think that's kind of like main takeaway why there was such a obvious difference between your gameplay on first side of the half and then the second half of this game. So I hope you enjoyed it, Philip, and let me know what you think. Hit me up on Discord if you need, and I'll be happy to help as much as I can. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.